All right, good morning everybody. Out here with the kayak again, gonna go out in the lake. Boom, kayak's all decked out. As you can see, there's nobody here. Parking lot's empty. It looks like it'll be pretty quiet out there, which is awesome. We'll see what we can catch. Hopefully some yellow perch for eating, maybe a walleye, maybe we'll tangle with a few smallies. I don't know, we'll find out. I'll get out there in a minute, check back in with you then. All right, let's go. I'm gonna head up the eastern shore of the lake. There's a big section of shallow flats for, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile or so. Then after that, there's a big ledge, starts dropping off into a deep basin in the center of the lake that extends for miles and miles. But once we get to that basin, then I'm gonna kind of hug the shoreline and fish those drop-offs there. This lake does contain a population of walleyes, but as far as I know, there's not any real way to target them. It's not like there's a ton of them. You'll find them a lot of times in the same places that you'll find perch. Over the last couple years that I've been fishing this lake, I have caught a few of them, but it was just by accident. It was just when I was perch fishing, and it's just kind of a little stroke of luck. If anybody else fishes this lake, this is called Skaneateles Lake, one of the Finger Lakes. If anybody else fishes here regularly and has any advice about how to specifically target walleye, if you want to leave a comment below about how you do it, I would be really interested to know. We're drop shot fishing. Again, it's my favorite way to fish for these fish. The way you do it is you take a small hook, tie it on with a Palomar knot. You leave a long tag end. I don't know if you can see that right there. And on the bottom of that, you clip a weight. I'll cut off the excess. All right, and then on your hook, put your bait, whether it's cut bait, a minnow, or in this case, a night crawler that I'm gonna cut in half. All right, we got our crawler on the hook. 1/4 ounce weight. So this isn't really what my destination was, but I started seeing a crazy ton of marks, so I'm gonna stop and drop. See what happens. Good. Something. What's this? It's nothing big, but it could be a keeper size perch. Come on up, buddy. What are you? Smallmouth. All right, we got. Whoa, jeez. Lunatic. All right. Smallmouth bass. Not a big one, but we got a fish. See, I'm scoping out so fast. There's something. There's something a little bigger. Probably a smallmouth bass. If this is a perch, it's a good one though. 25 feet. It might be a perch. It's not doing anything too acrobatic. Oh, he's pulling a lot of drag though. But down. What is this? I don't know what the heck this is. I'm gonna get my net. I probably don't need it, but I'm gonna get my net. It's probably a smallmouth. It's pulling straight down though. Smallmouths usually zigzag and stuff a little bit more than this. Woo! What is it? What is it? What is it? What are you? Smallmouth bass. Okay. Well, it's the best fish of the day so far. All right, it's like 30 feet deep here. gonna drop the anchor. Might have some extra. 35 feet. There's a bite, there's a bite, there's a good bite. He's got it. Yeah, he's got it. What's this? Probably smallmouth again. Not fighting too hard. Might be perch. It's coming up. And rock bass. Good size one though. I'll take him. I'll keep this fish. That's a big rock bass. Yeah. That's a good size rock bass. It's worth keeping. Bonk him. Let him please. Alright, got our first keeper. Not my most preferred species, but still a decent eating fish. And considering that we are not scoring on the perch, whatever, I'll take that fish. It's a pretty good size one as far as rock bass go. I'll have a good chunk of meat on him. Being is that this is kind of a grind getting these guys, I might switch to trying to doing something some more interesting. See if we can catch a trout or a salmon. This is another rock bass. Ooh! If it's a keeper species, it's a keeper size. Yep. Might be a smallie. Oh, hey! Pumpkin seed. That's a good one. I'll take it. 36 feet. Okay, so these fish are in deeper water. That one's worth keeping. I'll keep that. All right, pumpkin seed sunfish. It's a big enough one to keep. It's not a huge one, but big enough, especially at the rate we're going. Get him in there with his buddy. Oh, there's my hat. There's my hat. Let's see if we can catch it. Think we can catch my hat? Ha 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 ha! Look at that. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I can't wear it because it's wet, but at least I didn't lose it. Look at that, master hat angler. This anchor is changing the game for me, man. With this wind, I would be drifting so fast that it would be so hard to fish. To be able to just sit here in this wind and the current, I'm still straight off of that log, is awesome. I have an anchor trolley kit that I just got that I'm gonna have to drill into the sides of the boat, and that way I can move the position of the anchor to the fish. And I can attach it, like I can attach this kite string winder thingy with a carabiner so that I can unclip it if there's an emergency. And then you're supposed to put some sort of flotation onto this too, like a pool noodle or something like that, so that if you do unclip it, it doesn't sink, it just floats and you can go back to it and get it later. Right now I just have it attached directly to the gear track, but because of the situation here, I don't think it's a safety risk. Am I talking too much this video? I feel like I've been quieter on some of the last videos. I guess I'm feeling chatty today. Does that make it more entertaining or just annoying? Let me know. I'm trying to get this channel going, you know, do the best job I can, make the best videos I can, so feel free to tell me what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong in the comments if you want to. I'd appreciate it. There's a bite. Just playing with it. Got him. Decent. Whatever it is decent. I'm gonna go with another pumpkin seed. What is it? Another rock bass. Another big one though. He's getting kept also. It's not a good size Rocky. All right, well, we got 3 fish, and like I said, I got 1 perch yesterday. If that made it into the video, I was carp fishing, and I was just goofing around with an extra rod, because carp fishing's kind of boring sometimes when you're not getting bites. And I managed to catch a nice sized perch. I brought him home because I knew I was going pan fishing today. Close your eyes if you want to see me whack this guy. I knew I was going pan fishing today, so I thought I'll just keep this perch and, you know, add him to the mix. And I'm glad I did, because I'm not really catching a ton of fish here, but I'm catching some. I'm catching some. I mean, that's a good size rock bass. It's a good size one. I'm surprised how well this anchor is holding right now in this current. It's doing really well for me. It's making today possible. Like these conditions, without a way to anchor myself, would basically be unfishable in this lake. Because like I said, I can't just drift, you know, at random, because the drop-offs are so steep. I mean, if I go 30 feet that way, we'll be in 100 feet of water, and you know, we're not catching any panfish at that depth. Being able to hold my position like this is invaluable. Jeez, waves are getting bigger. I don't know what that is, a 12-incher? Good size one though. New reel, by the way, too. Shimano Vanford 2000 size. I was in the market for another smaller reel. It went on sale and I had a bunch of points from my Bass Pro Club credit card. Super smooth drag, super lightweight. I mean, just really a joy to use. Clearly you can get yourself a reel that will catch fish that does not cost a fairly ridiculous amount of money in my opinion, but I like the reel like a lot, so I went for it. That line on there is low vis Berkeley X9, 10 pound, and I'm using an 8 pound fluorocarbon leader Seagar red label, which I don't necessarily use for any particular reason. They just always have it at Dick's Sporting Goods by where I live, and it's not all that expensive. And it tends to be fairly abrasion resistant. I have pretty good luck with it. The X9 braid I've never used before, but I read or actually saw on somebody else's YouTube channel that it's like really great stuff, that it casts long, comes off the spool easily. Gave it a shot. I do think it comes off the reel a little bit more easily than Power Pro, just in the one day that I've been using it so far today. I will give it higher marks than Power Pro in that regard, just as my initial impression. There's a bite. He's just playing with it. Make up your mind, fish. He may have managed to get it off of the hook. Or he's just gut hooked to shit already. He ate it and he's just sitting there not swimming away. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, he ate it. He's there. It's a perch of... It's keepable size. And I probably hooked him way deep down, so... He's not my ideal keeper size, but... Considering that he's probably toast. There's no way to save him. I'm gonna keep him. That's a keeper, I guess. That's 8 inches. That's kind of my minimum keeper size. Yeah, he swallowed the hell out of that. So I'm gonna try and switch gears here and see if I can show you something else. See if we can catch a trout, a laker, a salmon, anything like that would be cool. Be fun for me, and I'd like to show you something else. That's the lure, right? It's a jig with a trailer hook, treble hook, 3/4 of an ounce, silver and chartreuse. Falls through the water nice and fast because of the flat shape of it. Probably jig that on the bottom, but also probably just do some straight retrieves back up with it as well. Look for marks on the fish finder, try and drop it right on someone's head. There we go, there's some sort of salmonid fish. Suspended. Probably gonna be gone by the time I get this jig to him. Come on, but let's try. Hoo-hoo! We got something. What is it? Place your bets. Salmon, rainbow, laker. Pulling pretty hard for a laker. The lakers in here generally don't fight that hard. What do we got? What do we got? Seeing a lot of white. It's a lake trout. Got him. Hey, cool. Hold on, lake trout. See if I can get you. There you go. Let's measure him. I might keep a lake trout. These guys, these wild ones that come out of this lake, they can be pretty good. I don't know if this guy's gonna be big enough though. He is 15 and a half. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this fish. 15 and a half inch laker. These little ones are good. Let's let him bleed there. Yeah, he was suspended. I got a comment the other day from another lake trout video from a viewer that said they find that the suspended fish are often the most active. Lake trout like to sit on the bottom a lot, but when you find them swimming around in 100 feet of water, swimming around at 70 feet or something, it's usually because they're looking for food. Otherwise, they don't have much reason to do that. All right, lake trout. Nice little one, 15.5 incher. That'll be a great eater. All right, folks, that's gonna have to do it for today. I'm out of time. I gotta go pick Laurel up from school. Got some panfish in the cooler. That was the main objective. Wanted to get yellow perch, but we only got one. It was a small one that we got hooked, but big enough to keep and eat, not a tiny one. A couple of rock bass that were of good size, and then also a decent sized pumpkin seed. Then at the very end there, we tried some deeper water, and on a little metal jig, we got a lake trout, 15.5 inches, just above the limit. The limit, or minimum size, I should say, on this lake is 15 inches. But those little guys are actually a lot tastier. And the ones that come out of this lake in particular around here are tasty. So we kept him also. So we got quite a bit of meat to bring home for dinner for the fam. So that's cool. First time trying out the anchor. Anchor was awesome, helping me stay put in the wind and the current. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see any more, and hit the notification bell so you know when I have a new video out. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you again next time. Bye.